Calling you a radical, so Biden's done it. He's banned gas from Russia in the United States, which isn't a big deal. Russia needs Europe much more than they need Europe. Germany has said, no, we're not extending the life of these nuclear reactors. Oh, hell no. Why? Because Germany understands that we don't get here. Nuclear reactors take more energy to keep open than they do run these days. Why? Spent fuel. It's a different equation than it was when they were built 40, 50 years ago. Tick-tock, Diablo Canyon clock, Fukushima. You go to that part of the world all over Europe and they say anything nuclear energy, they just say one word. Fukushima. Not here in the United States of usury. Oh, we just care about our gas prices. Why don't you stop driving a little bit? Why don't you do your part? You want to support the people of Ukraine? Stop driving. Take the bus for a couple of days. Just back off part of your driving. So they've said, oh, hell no. You got to keep those spent fuel pools cool in the summer and warm in the winter. They can't freeze. And you know how many there are? And you know how much energy it takes to keep those spent fuel pools at the right temperature? A lot. Freedom Eisenblau in Vienna, Austria, on the 200th anniversary of Waterloo, requested a meeting with me. She was full of cancer, head of the Green Party in Austria. Didn't tell anybody she's full of cancer. Kevin Blanch, you're the tip of this spear. First question I'm going to ask you. Do you understand how much energy and power a nuclear generator reactor produces? And I says, in most cases, negative. They suck up too much energy to keep the spent fuel pools, and that freezing to death in Texas didn't prove that. Remember that? When all those children froze to death in Texas? Well, just remember one thing. The nuclear reactors didn't work. They shut them off. Why? Your wings we will defend. It's an osprey. Where is it? I think it is. Maybe not. That's the F-35s I can hear out there. They're on the runway. Are they going to use them in the Ukraine? Zardom dreams? Germany's not playing. Nobody in Europe is playing. Ukraine doesn't want to neo-feudalism. Neither do I. Of course, we already did that in the United States 40 years ago. Nuke energy, the biggest sham in the fucking world. Green, clean, too cheap to meter. Big Z. Now, why did Putin take that first? He knows. Why does Musk, ELEon Musk, I changed his name to ELEon Musk. Bezos, Gates, why do they all love it? Well, free money, and they understand with nuclear energy, just like Tsar Putin does, comes power. Why? Because what do you think they use to make nuclear bombs? 238 uranium, they spin it in heck. There's more uranium-235 sitting loose in spent fuel pools. That reactor sucks up so much energy. There's more dry cast nuclear fuel at the Big Z. And by the way, the other reactors are under attack right here, right now. I just got a call. You know, and it's like you said, Kevin, he says, we're monitoring over there. This is a third-party call. Now, what's coming up in the next 2 days? Yo 11. Yo 11. Fukushima. Germany says, oh, hell no. Oh, hell no. Russia needs Europe way more than Europe needs Russian gas. I can tell you right there. You want to devastate Russia's economy? Completely shut it off. Done. Start locking up all these oligarchs. Shut off their gas pipelines. Europeans will make it work. They'll handle it. They're not consumption freak show. How did they do it in Europe? How have they gone so alternative energy? They lowered consumption. When I was in Italy, there was these giant ad campaigns, and there's these Muppet-looking characters, and they're dancing around. They got pizza hanging out of their ass, and they say, "You want to be have you been to the United States?" And they'll say, "You want to be a consumption junkie freak and look like that?" Okay, then. They sold their clothes, they fixed their clothes, they usually They've lowered consumption dramatically. They've got creative with lighting. Doves for peace, right? Doves are for peace, right? Doves are for peace, right? Doves are for peace. Freedom Oswald to Kevin Blanche. I didn't pick this fight. You didn't pick this fight. You picked us. When you got cancer, I know your story. I know your path with your father. You're going to be up against one. But don't you dare drop this spear. And then she died a few months later. I made a promise. Oh, I'd keep my deals. We win and win. We win and win. Stay in tune.